Welcome back, traders. We are in for a beautiful video today because the time has finally come. It is finally your moment to experience greatness. I'm going to be going over Nio Stock in this video and Nio Stock alone because you did something very tremendous today. You crossed above 771. And not only did you cross, you closed a green candle on an increase of volume here, as well as continued the breakout from this flag pattern, right? So I already got it drawn up. You know, I came a little prepared, a little bit more prepared to this video than typical because of how tremendously bullish this stock is. And it absolutely sucks for someone who's not in this stock to be watching this thing moon right now. Hey, but I'm here for you guys. I'm not here for me. I'm here for you. And on that topic, I want to give a shout out to my boy CK for giving the first donation to this channel. It goes a long way, brother. I appreciate you because I'm working 80-hour work weeks and I'm still bringing this energy for you guys. So I love and appreciate you, CK. I appreciate you, man, because you know you don't have to. I'm not doing paid discords. I'm not doing any kind of memberships. This is just free news for you guys. So let's get back into the stock because there's so much to cover today on Nio Stock and so little time, right? I'm going to continue on Webull first because you did two good things today. You broke above 771 and you closed with a bullish spinning top candle. Any lower, and you could have considered this a green doji at key resistance. But what matters is you bounced off of the low at 764 and you closed higher than 771. This is, for me, a confirmed breakout. And you zoom out here, right? And you just look at the absolute monstrosity that this thing has been to the short sellers or to bears in general, up 142% in 3 months, guys. Woo! Just take that in, right? Just take how silly this move is, how stupidly, tremendously bullish this stock is right now. And you just got another breakout. You're seeing a perfect 1, 2, 3 rising valleys formation with consolidation at the top, which is absurd. And so you flagged out here after your most recent move up, and you actually invalidated, we're going to talk about it in just 1 second, you invalidated the bearish daily divergence on the RSI. And also, in doing so, you've broken out of this pennant formation, right? Which if you guys didn't know, the way to get that price target is you take the flag pole and you put it on top of the flag break. And that takes you where else but our freaking target at $9. High nines, right? And there's multiple reasons for that, but the main one being that you go to the weekly here and you zoom out and you see what lies ahead, right? This is what the road ahead looks like. The road ahead looks like getting above 940. 940 specifically because that is your weekly 200-day trading EMA, right? Exponential moving average. I don't believe you're going to do it on the first shot. I think you're going to test, and then I think you're going to retest. And if you break it on that retest, guys, not only will you be breaking the 200-day EMA, you will be breaking the crucial resistance overhead at approximately 960 right here. The move that knifed and smashed you and drug you all the way from the tops here to the dirt, down 61% in 118 days. My goodness, is this a very tremendous moment in this stock. And the best, in my opinion, is yet to come. Not only do you have a breakout of the most important level on this stock's chart history, but you also, guys, you also closed with a 3 white soldiers candlestick pattern, and that is the most bullish market reversal candlestick pattern in the entire stock market. To do it on the monthly time frame is a rally of such conviction and such strength that you're doing it on one of the largest time frames. That to me signals, along with the volume, right? Because if this was decreasing volume, I'd say, hey guys, hit the highway, get out now. Not financial advice, of course. But if this was decreasing, that is just one sign to say, hey, that's volume divergence, right? You're seeing the price skyrocket while buyers are stepping down and running out of powder. But that is the opposite of what is happening. You are seeing people, retail, institutions step into this stock at levels not seen before. And it gets me excited for the future. But what is my thesis on Nio? My thesis on Nio is that you are going to see, from this insane rally, you are going to see a quarterly MACD flip for the first time since, you guessed it, 2020, when you had a meme retail revolution. Yeah, I don't believe you're far away from that. And there's several reasons why, right? You have IWM making all-time highs. That is the index that a lot of these smaller cap stocks run off of, right? When someone invests in IWM, which many institutions do in hedge funds, you see these stocks get bid up. And that's exactly what's occurring in this moment in time. So to see this breakout on insane volume, paired with the technical patterns that we have, guys, this is a special chart. And in my opinion, one of the most bullish charts today. But let's go into TradingView, because TradingView gives you a better specification of what this thing is doing on the RSI. And what it's doing on the RSI is freaking disgusting. You can see here on the RSI, you've now broken this wedge or this pennant formation, right? Invalidating your 1, 2, 3, 4. Technically, you still made the fourth touch of bearish divergence, right? But what's important here, what matters, right, is you're breaking this and you're looking to see continuation into the bull zone. Now, this stock has gone into the bull zone quite recently, and it was back here. You moved 14% in one day. The other time you went into the bull zone, right here, 7% in one day. The other time you went into the bull zone, right here, 7% in one day. What is 7% where we currently are? Mid-eights, right? And you did close, you closed very close to 8, 789 to be exact, 802 high of the day. Insanely bullish here, guys. I am insanely bullish, and I cannot speak enough bullishness on how good this looks here. So, I mean, worst case scenario, right? You come up to $9 and you can see you've tapped this trend line once, twice, thrice, and potentially you're looking for your fourth touch of this macro trend line before you find more consolidation, and then maybe, I know it would be crazy, but maybe another flag leg up. And the exact flag we're talking about here is this one. So I'm pretty biased. I think you might see some kind of blow off top here into the 200-day EMA before you look to make a greater retest of 771 to confirm your macro break of this stock flipping from bearish to bullish. And I think that would be a tremendous opportunity to find confirmation on this stock and for bulls to tell the bears, bye-bye, I'm gone. Your thesis is invalid. Mine is now taking over, right? Because just look at how stupidly bullish this is. I could not have charted something in a more beautiful way. That's Bob Ross. That's Picasso, right? The only thing I will say is just be wary, be aware, be careful that you have so many gap fills below you. And that for me was the main reason to worry about a larger scale pullback. You go into Webull, it gives a better chart analysis of the daily time frame gaps. But just look at the quantity. It's not so much the gravitude of the gaps. It's just the quantity, right? You see one at 6:27, one at 5:14, and then one down here at 4:51. So those are the gaps identified on this chart so far. And you do have a tiny, tiny, tiny gap, which you might look to fill before going higher. So if you see this pullback, don't be scared, because that could often be a shakeout before the breakout, right? To fill this technical gap and then go higher. But that gap lies at 727. So I am very inclined to believe that, based off of the bullish volume here, you can see, and we mentioned this in our last video, you are seeing consecutive bullish volume candles followed by red consolidation. So the moment you see one of these, that's when I'll be worried, even though that this happened because of a fundamental reason, right? There was a moment in time where Nio was raising $1 billion in cash, which is insanely bullish, by the way. I don't think we've talked about that enough, but was raising $1 billion in cash to work on investments in the science and technology of the future for these AI and electric cars, right? And I think it's going to be pretty tremendous to see what this thing does tomorrow. I mean, this thing could confirm a breakout as early as tomorrow. And if you go to the weekly time frame here, you're printing a pretty substantial candle, up 12% on the weekly time frame. If you're able to close above 771, guys, bye-bye. I know I said that before, but seriously, like, you may be gone. You could quite literally just bink into the 200, which is only, I mean, it's crazy to think, right? But you're only 17% away. You're one more of these candles away from meeting one of the most important technical landmarks on this chart. And we'll see what this thing does tomorrow. But if it is any valid reason for this thing to go down, I'm inclined that I really think the way that crypto is going, I mean, Trump literally just mentioned, do we give out stimulus checks based off of the tariff income? Just imagine what Nio Stock would do if they gave out frickin' stimmies. If they gave out stimmy checks, I mean, I'm not for the stimulus checks, right? Even though you could see short-term benefit, and I think that's what he's going for, right? You would see a market rally like no other. So I'm kind of monitoring that situation, because if that happened, guys, you're quite literally talking about one of these. Like, undoubtedly, it would be proof to me that these technicals almost front-run the news. It's very interesting that you could see a macro crossover, and then the news comes out and this thing runs like crazy. Because had you known that you were about to get that macro cross, you would have piled into this bad boy. You would have seen that and said, oh my God, Nio is about to do something insane. And then it happens, right? So it's always nice when your thesis comes to fruition. I'm not going to continue to gloat. Congratulations to all of you guys who are in this thing and winning right now in every way. Macro things that we could be looking for in the future is this 50 continues to trail up on the weekly time frame, and this 200 continues to slope down. Now, eventually they will meet. It wouldn't probably happen until 2026, right? But it gives you the opportunity for something like this, right? Where you may just bump your head and then splice above the 200 on the weekly, come down to retest critical levels, right? I mean, they're critical for a reason. Look at your first resistance here at 771, and then look at your second resistance that you gapped above here, and how that has been respected throughout the stock's history. Gap above that, and I mean, history, right? I'm not saying Nio 100. You guys will not get me to say Nio 100, but you could go as far as this gap fill at $27. Just absurd. Just insane, right? I wanted to do something with Grok. So stick around if you love me, because I wanted to check what is the average return from a monthly 3 white soldiers candlestick pattern. Because seeing this happen on Nio, that is the first stock I've ever seen do this. And it's just so funny that it's the one that we have a bullish bias on. I mean, just stupidly, insanely bullish. I've never seen this. I've seen this, right? But nothing as symmetrical and like perfect as this bounce off the lows here, just into continued momentum and stair steppings higher. Please try again. What do you mean? Try again. Do it. Do it. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. That's insane. That is also insane. That's why my biggest holding is Doge. Look at that. Bam, bam, bam. If you guys don't follow Cantonese Cat, make sure to go give him some love, guys. He is one of the best in the game right now. It's me and him, in my opinion. Me, him, and Jackie Hewlett. T. Shout out to Pink Floa. He reposted me on something or tweeted at me on something, and this was Nio's long-term downtrend followed by the 3 white soldiers pattern that broke it out, and just the overall craziness of this pattern of candles and happening on the monthly time frame. You could not ask for more. Let's see if Grok has an answer. Grok, you suck. Never talk to me again. That's the end of the video, guys. I love each and every single one of you guys. I saw someone mention recently that if I did a Discord. Now, if I was to do a Discord, I would do one that would be entirely free, and it would more so just be for me to be able to engage with you guys more, and for us to drop plays in there, for us to drop knowledge in there, right? I wouldn't be in there as often as I'd like to be. So that's why, I would not do a paid Discord. But if you guys just want a place to chill, a place to hang out, a place for you guys to meet like-minded investors, I can totally launch that and put it in my bio. So just let me know, guys. Blow up the engagement on this post. Make sure to give me the feedback on whether or not you want that. God bless to each and every single one of you guys, and tune in for the next video. I'll be dropping it shortly. Much love and peace.